is Paige Turner. If you've been here before, I think you kind of know that, don't you? Yes, I am Paige Turner, and Paige starts with a P, and Turner starts with a T. That is correct. Now come, have a seat right there. You can have a seat and we'll have a little chat because I thought I'd finish a Q&A from, I think it was over a month or so ago, because I just found my notes. Yes, I misplace things. I do. I misplace things a lot. It just happens. But before I go into my little thing, how is everything on your side of the planet? How is your life? Are you doing okay? Are you finding those little pieces of joy in life? Are you finding your happiness and your purpose? You know, I watch a lot of YouTube and I read my comments, and I also read comments on other YouTube channels. I do. And I understand that there are people all over the world struggling. I just want to tell you from my own experience, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Everything will work itself out. You will help work it out. You have the determination inside of yourself to solve whatever problems, obstacles come in your way. You do. And like I said, I'm speaking from personal experience. At one time in my life, I was sleeping on benches. And now I have a bed to sleep in. I have a house to live in. I have food to eat. And the one thing I always had, even in my bleakest times in life, was I had hope. I had hope. And I had the determination that I was going to change things. And I still believe that. I still believe I have the power to change things. We all have that power in us. You have it too. I know you do. I know you do. If I have it, you have it. So if your day is not going as you had planned, is the activity that brings me joy. It does. It just does. And I think that it came from an early age. My mother used to take me out every Saturday to go shopping because my father worked the midnight shift, so he would work from 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning. And being a child, a rambunctious child, she wanted to get me out of the house on Saturdays so that my dad could sleep. So she thought that the best way to get us both out of the house, and it wasn't expensive. Like I said, we would go just thrift store shopping or going to the mall. We didn't always buy anything. It was just the time for us to spend together. We would go out to lunch. We went to this little, it was called the Pub Hut. Pubhut, the Pub Hut. It was right by a park. And the Pub Hut had hot dogs. And we would get our hot dogs and go sit at the park and eat. And then walk through this park. Now, when I was a small child, I thought it was a giant forest. When I got older, I found out it was just a little park, but those memories of just getting a hot dog with my mom and then walking in the park and looking at all the leaves and the trees and the animals. That, I think, is why shopping brings me so much joy, because it brings back those memories. Those memories that I had as a child. That's a lot to do with the shopping. Of course, we want to buy things. We want all the things that we see. But shopping does not have that effect on me. It has the effect that I remember my mom. I remember the good times. So that is always a joyous occasion for me. It is. It really is. Let's see. Oh gosh. The next question is, did I always know what I wanted to be when I grew up? No. I'm still not grown up. So I have no idea what I want to be. seem to answer my questions in essay form. Is that a thing? I don't even know if that's a thing or not. It might be. I don't know. Oh, I've got everything upside down here. I just hiccuped. Oh, okay. I did not know if I answered this question or not, but I think I'll answer it again. And I gotta take a drink real quick. I do. I gave it up for a while. I'm back on Pepsi. Come on, guys. It's hard. It is. It's my one vice in life. Is pop. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I drink pop. Okay. I think I've answered this question before, but it is worth answering again. What is your advice for keeping a long and healthy relationship with your partner? Now, I have been married in the past. I was married for, I do believe, 8 years. That was somewhere in Canada. I'm not exactly sure what the city was when I did that. That's when I was extremely young. I think I was 18 when I did that. That was like, okay, let's jump in the car and go to Canada. That's at the time when you could just do stuff like that. But the next question is, what did I do when I went to Toronto? Okay, I've been to Toronto twice. I do believe the CNN, or is it the CNN or CBN? There's a big tall building up there. We went to that. We went to see one of my mother's friends, and we went to see Wicked when we were there. It reminded me of, how can I say this, a clean version of Chicago. And I don't know if people that are from Toronto are going to say that, but that's what it kind of reminded me of, a smaller, cleaner version of Chicago. It's not that far from where I'm at. And that, I mean, those are the things we did. We didn't, let's see, I'm trying to think. We ate at a Chinese restaurant. I remember that because it was my first time. They had like doughy, like a piece of round dough or something in the noodle things, and I did not know what that was. What else did we do? I'm trying to think what else we did. It was actually a visit to go see my mother's friend, and she took us around to these different places. And then the other time I went to Toronto, that was just on a business trip, so I didn't go around the city. It was just for a business trip, but I've been to Toronto. I've seen Toronto. I love Canada, Canadian people. I don't know what happens when you cross that border, but there is a difference. In my mind, anyway, being from Chicago, there is a difference. And I love Canada. I do. I love Canada. Almost moved to Vancouver in 1994. Almost. I say that close to moving to Vancouver in 94. It's a lovely place. Actually, like I said, Toronto, Quebec, all of that is lovely places. Love it. I think I answered the rest of these questions. Do I have any body piercings or tattoos? My ears have been pierced since I was 5. And I have one tattoo that I got when I was 22. And it's located like right here. It's of an orchid. And I like tattoos. I have nothing against tattoos. The only reason I never got another one is because this one got infected really bad and I wound up going to the hospital. I have a problem with some of the inks that they use, obviously, so I didn't get another one. What is my favorite holiday movie? Now, I know I've answered this before, but I'm going to answer it in a different way. The holiday that's coming up right now is Halloween. And I'm going to name my top 3. No, I don't have a top 3. I'm just going to name the first one and the second one and the third one. My number 1 Halloween movie is, of course, Hocus Pocus. It just is. I love Hocus Pocus, and I do believe they are releasing a Monster High Dolls Hocus Pocus. I think it's October 3rd. it is about Halloween. It is about the things you should really be scared of on Halloween. I love watching that movie on Halloween. I mean, I have so many other favorites, but those are my top three. Those are my top three. I also love Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. I love the original Dracula. I love the Canterville Ghost. I love that. The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. I love that movie. The Exorcist. Absolutely adore The Exorcist. So many good movies that I like. I'm not into the big gore, although Halloween is gory, but just the premise of Halloween makes it such a good movie. So those are my Halloween movies. Now, Thanksgiving, there's basically only one movie that I can think of for Thanksgiving, and that's A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. For Christmas, of course, my all-time favorite is The Christmas Story. A Christmas Story with Peter Billingsley. Love that movie. A close second to that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I love The Griswolds. I absolutely love The Griswolds, and I love that movie, and I will watch it 10 times a day if it's on. So those are my two Christmas movies that I watch. I'm kind of over the other Christmas ones, but those two I will watch at any time of the year. At any time of the year, those I will watch. Let's see what other questions that I have. I don't know. Like I said, I found these this morning, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, and let me tell you why I didn't do a video yesterday. We were at Menards. Now, Menards is like a Home Depot. It's a home improvement store. We were there for 3.5 hours picking out lumber to finish the deck. Okay, and I will show you pictures of the deck. It's not anything fancy. It is something we put together ourselves that is going to last until we can figure out what we're gonna do. Because our first contractors pulled out, and we called other contractors, and the prices were reasonable, I guess. I guess they were reasonable for what we wanted, but it's just the idea of spending that kind of money. But like I told my partner, I go, it's on the outside of the house. It's not like redoing the basement, which we don't need the basement redone. But you need the outside of the house redone because that's what people see. That's what affects a resale value. That's what affects your neighborhood. So in that context, it's something that's outside of the home that other people can see that it needs to be redone. So we're just trying to get it done to last through the winter, and then we'll revisit the subject of getting it done in the springtime. That was again an essay answer or explanation bosses for this company, but because of him, because of the person that he was, I thought he was amazing. He was a great boss. He treated everybody in the company so well. And it just goes to show you, you know, you don't have to be a mean boss to get people to do what you want. You explain to them, you tell them, you relate to them, and they want to work for you. They want to work for you. So, of all the jobs that I had, that was my favorite because of him, because of my boss. Yep. Okay, let's see. My favorite animal. I love all animals. I do. I love all animals. You know what? I've even grown to love possums. We have a possum that lives in the backyard. I've grown to like her. We named her Patty. We named her Patty the possum. I've grown to like her. She doesn't hiss as much as she used to, so I've grown to like the possum. But, of course, my favorite animal are cats. It's just a thing. I grew up with dogs my whole life because my mother was allergic